jaya Gauranitai, 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 jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai go Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo. Lama Ong Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shimada Prabhupada Shasahityam Prakasha Vitirya Cha Pacharang Girvanshari Vitpati Namaha. Lama Ong Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Om Ajnanantimirandasya Gyanam Gyana Shalakaya Chakshuron Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadhamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shiguro Shijuta Parakamalam Shigurong Vaisnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Ganatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadvadotam Parijana Sahitam Kṛṣṇa Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakan Vitamscha He Kṛṣṇa Karuna Sindhu Dīnabandhu Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Visavano Sate Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhuvya Evacha Patitanang Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Sri Kṛṣṇa Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivas Adi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Kṛṣṇa 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Reading from the Bhagavad Gita as it is, continuation. Chapter 10, the opulence of the Absolute, text number 36. Yes? Dyūtaṁ chalayatām asmi tejas tejasvinām aham Jayosmi vyavasayosmi sattvam sattva-vatām aham dyūtaṁ chalayatām asmi tejasvinām aham Jayosmi vyavasāyosmi sattvam sattva-vatām aham dyūtaṁ chalayatām asmi tejasvinām aham Jayosmi vyavasāyosmi sattvam sattva-vatām aham dyūtaṁ chalayatām asmi tejasvinām aham Jayosmi vyavasāyosmi tejasvinām aham Jayosmi vyavasāyosmi sattvam sattva-vatām aham Mataji. Hare Krishna. What forward meaning? Dyūtam, gambling. Chalayatām, of all cheats. Asmi, I am. Tejaḥ, the splendor. Tejasvinām, of everything splendid. Aham, I am. Jayaḥ, victory. Asmi, I am. Vyavasāyaḥ, enterprise or adventure. Asmi, I am. Sattvam, the strength. Sattva-vatām, of the strong. Aham, I am. Translation and purport by our founder Acharya, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada K. I am also the gambling of cheats, and of the splendid I am the splendor. I am victory, I am adventure, and I am the strength of the strong. Everybody please repeat. I am also the gambling of cheats, and of the splendid I am splendor. I am victory, I am adventure, and I am the strength of the strong. Purport. There are many kinds of cheaters all over the universe. Of all cheating processes, gambling stands supreme and therefore represents Kṛṣṇa. As the Supreme, Kṛṣṇa can be more deceitful than any mere man. If Kṛṣṇa chooses to deceive a person, no one can surpass him in his deceit. His greatness is not simply one-sided, it is all-sided. Among the victorious, he is victory. He is the splendor of the splendid. Among the enterprising and industrious, he is the most enterprising, the most industrious. Among adventurers, he is the most adventurous. And among the strong, he is the strongest. When Kṛṣṇa was present on earth, no one could surpass him in strength. Even in his childhood, he lifted Govardhan Hill. No one can surpass him in cheating. No one can surpass him in splendor. No one can surpass him in victory. No one can surpass him in enterprise. And no one can surpass him in strength. Jai. Shri Kṛṣṇa ki Jai. That's why Kṛṣṇa is the greatest. There is one world boxing champion. Huh? He says, I am the greatest. I am the greatest. Because, you know, whenever he do boxing, he will knock out his opponent. But then later on in his life, he had this disease of Parkinson's. So I don't think he's shouting or claiming himself to be the greatest anymore. Due to old age, his body started to deteriorate. Because this body is temporary, and once our lifespan is over, then we have to give it up. So for the last, how many verses? Started from text 20 till 39, which another 3 more verses, Kṛṣṇa's greatness or unlimited opulences has been mentioned. I'm just going to remind you again, what are they? If you can remind or remember them, then that is very good. I have a list here, a quick one. This is about the demigods now. Of all the demigods, he is King Indra. Oh, don't look on your cell phone, Prabhu. Of the Adityas, he is Vishnu. Of the Maruts, he is Marichi. Of Rudras, he is Lord Shiva. Of Yakshas and Rakshasas, he is Kuvera, Lord of Wealth. Of the Vashus, he is Agni. Of the generals, he is Kartikeya. Is Kartikeya, he is son of Lord Shiva? In South India, he's very famous, right? He looks like a young boy. Yeah? Of the Gandharvas, he is Chitraratha, celestial singer. Of the creators, he is Brahma. Of the Daitya demons, he is Prahlad. Of the dispenser of law, he is Yama, Lord of Death. Of the departed ancestors, he is Aryama. Of the cause of procreation, he is Kandarpa, Cupid, god of love. Now, sages. We're going to talk about sages now. Of all the sages, he is Vyas. Okay. Of the great sages, he is Brighu. Of the sages amongst demigods, Narad Muni. Of the priest, he is Brihaspati. Of the perfected beings, he is Kapila. Of the great thinkers, he is Sukracharya. Now of humans. Of the Pandavas, he is, No? Yes, Dhananjay, same. Of men he is, yes. Of men he is the monarch. Of the descendants of Vrishni he is Vāsudev. Vāsudev. That means Lord Kṛṣṇa. Because no letter A long, that is his father, Vāsudev. Okay, of animals. Of the horses he is Uchasra. Yes. Of the loudly elephants, Airavata. Hey, you're remembering many. That's good. Of the serpents, Sarp, Basuki. Of the many hooded nagas, Ananta. Of the aquatics, is demigod, Varuna. He lives under water. Of the fishes, shark. Of the beasts, lion. Singha. Of the birds, Garuda. Oh, everybody knows that one. This is about laws and crime. Of the subduers, he is time. Of the wielders of weapon, Lord Ram. Of the cheats, he is gambling. That is today's verse. The means of suppressing lawlessness, he is danda, punishment. That is an X. Of the weapons, he is thunderbolt. How do you say thunderbolt in Hindi? Badram. Okay. And he is the all-devouring death. Okay, a few more here. Qualities now. Of the wise, he is wisdom. Of the secret things, he is silence. Those who seek victory, he is morality. Of the splendids, he is splendor. That's today's verse, right? Of the woman, he is fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience. How is that? He says also in the Shastras, it's not offense to the Matajis, that the women are less intelligent than men. But then again here it says that he is intelligence of the woman. He is the adventure, he is the victory, and he is the strength of the strong. That's today's verse again. Okay, nature. Of lights, he is the radiant sun. Of the stars, he is the moon. Of the mountain, he is Meru. Hare Krishna. Of the immovables, he is the Himalayas. Of the water bodies, he is ocean. Of the trees, he is banyan tree. Of the purifiers, he is the wind. The wind. Sometimes when we go on Sankirtan and we eat something, we're getting hungry, and we're in a van, so there's no water and there's no time to stop. So after eating pasad, we will just put our hand outside of the window and then in the wind, because it says here, of the purifier, I am the wind. So when we, after taking pasad, that's it. As if we already wash our hands. But don't do that, okay? But we used to do that because we've read from the Bhagavad Gita of the purifier of the wind. Of the flowing rivers, he is Ganga, Ganges. Of the creations, he is the beginning, the middle, and the end, as Brahma, Vishnu, and Lord Shiva. Of the months, he is Magasirsha, which is November and December. That's the best time to eat prasad. You can digest. Huh? When it gets too hot, no one wants to eat at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. They will want to eat only what? Rice soaked in water. Of the seasons, I am the flower-bearing spring. I am the inexhaustible time. No beings, moving or non-moving, can exist without me. Okay, few more here. He is the super soul in all living entities, heart. Amongst all living beings, he is the living force, consciousness. Of the senses, he is the mind. He is the beginning, middle, and end of all beings. Lord Kṛṣṇa is the generating seed of all existences. He is the generating principle of all that is yet to be. Of poetry, I am Gayatri. Yes. Of the compound words, I am dual compound. Of sciences, I am a spiritual science of the self. Of logicians, I am conclusive truth. Of hymns in the Samaveda, the Brihat Sama. And then the last here, about Vedic mantras. Of vibrations, he is Om. Of sacrifices, he is the chanting of the Hare Kṛṣṇa, Kṛṣṇa Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Of the Vedas, he is Samaved. So that is like summary from text 20, yes, till 39, because the chapter is almost finished. So, from what we've read today in the verse saying that of gambling I am cheats. You cannot do gambling without cheating. All the gamblers are cheaters. Sorry to say. Gambling means mental speculation. Because you don't know what will be the result. So you take your chance. And in order to win, all the gamblers try to cheat. Since time immemorial, even 5,000 years ago, right? The Pandavas, they were cheated by Shakuni, the gambling. There is another, I cannot remember now, there is like, Oh yes, Rukmi Balaram. Rukmi, he was beaten by Balaram. In the beginning, they were playing chess, right? Is it chess? And Balaram lost many times. But then, he started to win. And now, Rukmi, even though there was clearly indicated that he lost, he's still claiming that he is the winner. But then everyone saw, and there was a voice from the sky saying that, no, you lost. Balaram is the winner. So, especially nowadays, gambling is legal. You go to Las Vegas, the sin city of the world. All the 4 regulative principles can be broken there 24 hours, and it's legal. See, in casino especially, they give free alcohol. They give free wine, they give free meat eating, free everything. Why do they do this? So that you'll become so intoxicated and you will have all your money be lost. You will not win. Actually, one wise person told me that gambling is more addictive than drugs. Drugs is very addictive. You know, a drug addict, he cannot survive without the hit for the day. But the gambling is much more. And when they do gambling, like there is one place also in Europe called Monte Carlo. Monte Carlo. Everything is free. The richest people in the world, they go there only to gamble. But you will never win in gambling. You will win for a few times, but the loss or losing is multiplied much, much more. So in gambling, the tendency to cheat is there. Okay? It's always, this is the 4 defects of conditioned soul. A tendency to cheat, a tendency to commit mistakes, tendency to be illusion, and our senses are imperfect. So, the verse says here, I am also the gambling of cheats. So, is Kṛṣṇa gambling? If Kṛṣṇa is gambling, then we should all do gambling, right? No. It is the ability to cheat. That is Kṛṣṇa. You understand? The ability to cheat is like the intelligence of the scientist is coming from Kṛṣṇa. How they invent things, how they can make a rocket to fly and go to the outer space. The ability to think how to make this, that is Kṛṣṇa. So the ability to cheat in gambling, that is Kṛṣṇa. It is not that gambling is Kṛṣṇa. Do you follow? So, yeah, nowadays, especially, even in Vrindavan, one can break the 4 regulative principles. You know these auto rickshawalas? Sometimes I've heard that they are offering our devotees, hey Prabhu, you want to do gambling? In Vrindavan, I know a place. You want to drink, you want to, everything you can do in Vrindavan. That is the problem. There is some scrupulous people here who are wanting to take advantage of the facilities of being in Vrindavan. So not everyone is a devotee or trying to become a devotee in Vrindavan. That is dangerous. So gambling means speculation, because you don't know what's going to be the end result. And people losing so much money. Sometimes they will lose money and they will borrow money and they will sell all their properties, and ultimately in the end they will take a gun and shoot themselves. And in some places, like, Prabhupada was saying, I was reading, in Monte Carlo, someone will kill himself and they don't even care. He'll be just lying on the floor and who cares? He's gone. Due to gambling. So, I was reading an article that because gambling means also investment. Have you heard of the pyramid? pyramid investment, that you will be, they will attract you to invest like few thousand rupees, and ultimately the result will be so big. We had just recently, some devotees here got cheated in the beginning. I mentioned this in the announcement, right? In the beginning, they will get something in return, so they became greedy. In the beginning, only a few thousand rupees, and later on, it became like lakhs of rupees that they're investing. Then ultimately, it's gone. It's gone. They try to call the person, and they don't answer anymore. You can call the police, as Prabhupada said, in this world, there are two kinds of persons: the cheater and the cheated. The cheaters are there because you want to become cheated. So you want to be cheated. And then this one devotee says, "It's okay, Maharaj, I have like 10 investments. I invest in many, many things. So this loss is nothing for me." If we're going to invest, we better just invest on Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada says, investing in Krishna consciousness is also gambling. Investment in Krishna consciousness is also gambling. Prabhupada says that in a lecture. He says, what? But it's guaranteed that the result is that you will attain love of God. It's guaranteed, but you have to keep going. All right? Because sometimes devotees may be discouraged. Oh no, I've been chanting for many, many years or many, many months, and nothing is happening. I'm not able to relish bliss or happiness. And what is it that we have to invest? We have to be performing tapasya. Tapasya. That is the investment in Krishna consciousness. And guaranteed, because we have to invest time in Krishna consciousness. Time is very precious. We've heard also, it says, that time is money, because you cannot buy back the past, even 1,000,000 bitcoins. Not now, $1 million is not much. 1,000,000 bitcoins. You cannot buy time back. Once it's gone, it's gone. So we have to invest our time in such a way that we have to plan, make sure that we follow the instructions coming from the acharyas, from Srila Prabhupada. And in this way, this is the best investment. There is no loss in this investing our time in Krishna consciousness. So, yes, Krishna can be more deceitful than any mere man. We cannot cheat. If we cheat, we are cheating ourselves. You've heard of that before? We cannot cheat Krishna. Cheating Krishna means becoming more and more absorbed in material pursuit for sense enjoyment. We think that we're doing things in a dark room, no lights, no one can see me. But Krishna is there as Paramatma. He cannot be cheated. He is the witness of everything. Also, he says that there are also the wind or the air is a witness, the sun is a witness, the moon is a witness, but especially the Paramatma. So if we cheat somebody, later on we're also going to be cheated. And who is that? Ultimately Kṛṣṇa, especially at the time of death. If Kṛṣṇa chooses to deceive a person, no one can surpass him in his deceit. He's not really cheating for him when he told, was that Ashvatam? He told Yudhisthira to tell that Ashvatam, the elephant, is dead. He told this to Yudhisthira Maharaj, right? But for higher purpose, just like also lying. His cowherd boyfriend told Mother Yasoda that he ate mud just to show his universal form to Mother Yasoda. So it's not really cheating. It seems to be like immoral, but ultimately for a higher cause. And that's what it says here, that his greatness is not simply one-sided, it is all-sided. So we should not think that gambling is Kṛṣṇa, so let me go gambling. Prabhupada says that, no, that is not the way. Among the victorious, he is victory. Again, he is the splendor of the splendid. And among the enterprising and industrious, he is the most enterprising, the most industrious. Among adventurers, he is the most adventurous. And among the strong, he is the strongest. Who can be stronger than Kṛṣṇa? No one can excel in his strength. Even the universe is under the hoods of Anantasesh, which means that how heavy is the whole universe? Not just one planet, okay? Universe, Brahmanda, 4 billion miles in diameter under the hoods of Anantasesh, who is representative or an incarnation of the Supreme Lord, Sri Kṛṣṇa. And Prabhupada gave an example here of lifting Govardhan Hill at the age of 7 years old. He lifted Govardhan Hill, and not like Atlas. We've seen Atlas, right? Atlas is depicted as the strongest person that he can carry the earth, but he's having trouble in carrying also. We've seen so many weightlifters, you know, big muscles. I don't have a muscle. You have to do exercise. You have to lift some weights. Then eventually you may have a muscle. Maybe we have to eat a lot of protein, a lot of chana or dal. But Lord Kṛṣṇa, 7 years old, he lifted Govardhan Hill, and the tip of his pinky, and left hand too. Usually right hand, you know, is stronger than the left hand. But Kṛṣṇa, to show that he is God from the very beginning, from his birth, his childhood, his youthhood, and his adulthood. He is God. So in this way, no one can surpass Lord Kṛṣṇa, especially in strength. And again, Balaram means strength, spiritual strength. We were talking about Balaram this morning in the class. Lord Balaram, if we pray to Lord Balaram to help us become strong, not physically but spiritually. We need spiritual strength in Krishna consciousness. Sometimes our brahmacharis, they will eat like a Govardhan Hill prasad. So much prasad. But if you look at them, they're very skinny. They're very skinny. And some of them, they will eat only once a day. But then sometimes, we've seen some foreign devotees, they will come, they're big, muscular. But then, because the environment is different, then when they come here, immediately they'll get sick. But that's not what strength are we talking about. Spiritual strength, especially when we follow the proper sadhana, the Vaidhi sadhana, Bhakti, then we'll be able to become stronger and stronger, and especially our determination will be so strong that no one or nothing can sway us to stop us from the process of devotional service. So we should pray to Lord Balaram to give us strength more and more to execute our process of devotional service for our own benefit, so that we can continuously, becoming stronger and stronger, especially to fight against Maya. So again, I am also the gambling of the cheats, I am the splendid, I am of the splendid, I am the splendor, I am victory, I am adventure, and I am the strength of the strong. Hare Krishna. Do we stop here? Do you have any questions or comment? Yes, sir.
Hare
Шилпада говорил, что большая часть живых существ, которые населяют материальный мир, обманщики.
Srila Prabhupada said that most of living entities in this world, they are cheaters and cheaters
yeah.
and who want to be cheated.
Yeah.
С века в век религия, она приходит в упадок из-за того, что в религии большую часть людей занимают обманщики.
The religion goes down from time to time because in the religion there are many cheaters.
Cheating religion.
Yes, cheating religion.
It says that in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Yes.
Как нам, как преданным, относиться к этим обманщикам, да, и в нашем обществе также? То есть спекулянтам, вот это вот принцип мышления.
And what is our proper attitude to these cheaters in religion, and it may be also in our movement, maybe. So how?
Yeah.
What is the proper attitude towards these cheaters?
Они занимают места, несут крепостных, вот, и вещают людям, как бы они обманывают людей.
Because they can have a high position and cheat many people.
I understand. I understand the question. Yes, so we have to be careful. Our movement is a movement of reformation, to reform. Because, as Prabhupada says, our institution is like a hospital. In a hospital, everyone is sick. If you're not sick, then you should not be in the hospital. If you're not sick and you're in the hospital, that means you're helping those who are sick. So many of us come to Krishna consciousness with many motives, different motives. And definitely, not everyone who comes have genuine motive to surrender unto Lord Kṛṣṇa. Some, they pretend to join, but with ulterior motive for themselves. Especially when it comes to money. When it comes to money. That they will use being a member of ISKCON as a leverage to fulfill their desire. But as long as they are following the process, they also become purified. They get purified. That is the mystery here. And that purification process will continue as long as you are following the process. Now, if it is also following in pretentious, it's still you getting purified. But when it comes to the point that you are really, your motive is not really to be a devotee, then one day you will fall away, or one day you will fall down, You will get caught. You'll get caught. I've been in the movement for almost 40 years now. And I've seen some, we're not devotees yet, we are trying to become a devotee. That is the seriousness of this process. If one thinks that I'm already a devotee, then he is not a devotee. You'll fall down. So sometimes I've seen they don't want to follow the process sincerely. They will fall away. Definitely. It's not good. It's not good. But if you follow, as I said, you come for morning program, if you're sleeping during Mangalarti, you will fall down. It doesn't matter who you are. Okay? Even if you're a GBC, sannyasi, temple president, if you don't come for the full morning program, Prabhupada says there is no spiritual life. No spiritual life means that's it. You're a sense enjoyer. You're a sense enjoyer, you will find yourself away from the devotees. Unless you are sick, then you cannot come for Mangalartik. But Prabhupada says, even if you're so sick, and you must come for the Mangalartik, even they have to carry you in a stretcher. This is how serious it is. If one cannot come for, if he's missing like 7 days, if you're in Vrindavan and you are sleeping 3 times in a week, that's bad. That's bad. How many percentage of that? That's like almost 40%. There is no spiritual life. So, if you follow, then there is a chance. If you don't follow, then you fall down. You cannot last. What to do? What to do? We cannot do much. Prabhupada says, what can I do? I'm an old man. How many times I have to tell you to do this? Very simple. So usually if there those who are in the position and they're not able to follow, then we say Hare Krishna. They'll not be able to maintain their position. It's better to live outside, and when you're ready again, then, I mean, outside means outside. Our devotees who live outside, that means our congregation, they're full-time devotees as well. But outside of the association of the devotees, it's very difficult to survive in this world. Okay? Yes? Wait.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Yes.
Of course, I am attending Mangalarti. I am afraid about my spiritual life. But those who stay with me in the same room, someone not attending Mangalarti, how much I can keep my association with him?
You tell
How much be careful?
you tell the authorities he needs help. As I said, our movement is a movement of to reform. But there's a certain limit. Ashram means you have to follow the routine. If those devotees who are living outside, our congregation members who are much older than me, can come for Mangalarti, how is it that I cannot come? And they have to walk for long. Huh? They're probably going to walk for 10 minutes, 15 minutes to come to the mandir, and they're present here. So if that person cannot follow, you see that they really need help, and they don't want to be helped, then better than they stay outside. You have to tell the authorities, okay?
And one more question, Maharaj. First paragraph, last line. Krishna's greatness is not one-sided. It is in all-sided. How can I understand, Maharaj? Any example, Maharaj?
Everything comes from Kṛṣṇa. Everything. That's why he is God. Okay, if he's only one-sided, let's say if he's only right and there's no wrong, it's like you have a choice to come here or not to come to Kṛṣṇa. Kṛṣṇa gave you that facility to think what to do, to make a decision. So he is not one-sided. If he forces you only to come here, then he's not God. Huh? Yes. He's giving you freedom to choose. So he's not, you can come or you don't come. You can chant or no chant. You can do gambling and no, don't gamble. You can eat meat or not eat meat. You can have illicit sex or remain brahmachari. So he is two-sided. That means he is God. Okay? If he just command, you must love me, he is not God. But he said, you should. Must and should is different thing. Right? When you say should means we should do it. Must means I don't have any other choice. Then he's not God. Yes? Okay, one last question.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, my humble obeisance in your lotus feet. Very fabulous words to us. My question is like if our family,
If our family,
I'm into software business, if our family is not interested in Kṛṣṇa consciousness.
If my family is not interested in Krishna consciousness,
Yes. I gave them opportunity to meet temple president. Like I'm staying in Navi Mumbai, Kharghar temple. So I gave them opportunity to meet temple president or senior devotees.
Sure.
But still they want to enjoy their senses only.
Okay.
So it disturbs a lot. Since they don't want, they want with their family, with their sense
Yeah,
gratification.
yes.
So it's very difficult for me to have very concentrated Kṛṣṇa consciousness. So in this situation, how we can, like if I leave them, then it will be bad name for ISKCON. If I leave them.
Yeah.
Except, if I say, okay, you get this money and you live your life. I don't want money. But then in that case, that it's a bad name for ISKCON in society. He left for ISKCON, correct? And second way, if I stay, then it's not a pure Kṛṣṇa consciousness which I want. So in this situation, how...
For now, you tolerate. Tolerate. You pray to Lord Krishna, and now you're in Krishna Balaram Mandir, you pray to Lord Balaram. Balaram solved all the problems. Okay? As long as they're not blasphemous, as long as they're not criticizing Krishna, Srila Prabhupada, you maintain neutral. This is natural. This is natural that some may not be devotees in your family and you are the only one. So continue. Continue what you're doing. Be tolerant and hope against hope that you give them prasad. The best prasadam there available, Mahaprasad. They'll get purified and maybe they'll become devotees next few lifetimes. Okay. And it is because you're the father, so you are the head of the family. So it is your duty, as much as possible, to encourage them in spiritual life. But not so much to an extent that you are forcing them. Because force doesn't work.
Correct, absolutely, absolutely.
Okay? And the best thing also is that from time to time you can have a program in your home.
No, they don't want, since they say lots of work, they are already working, like wife is working, son and daughters are working. So
You can have a program. You can invite devotee to do kirtan and read Bhagavad Gita. They preach while your family is there. Okay? There's not much we can do. Learn how to be more tolerant.
But in this case, how I will be purified?
You are getting purified. Don't worry. You are not seeing that. It's like when if you have a child, you don't see the child growing, but others, when they come for a few days, even few weeks, hey, your child's grown up, but you don't see. No, you will not see, but others seeing. So you may not see yourself that you are becoming purified, but being tolerant, being compassionate, being kind to them, this is your progress. Okay?
Understood.
All right. We stop here. Thank you very much. Dhanyavad. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol.